Greetings. Hello, LARPers. We're here in my collection point, at least for right now, collecting some items from the mob farm and such that I've created. Heading up, taking a look at what I have for a hemp farm. Semi-automated. We have all these pistons. They're set up to knock the tops off the hemp. That is, whenever this button is pushed. Now, of course, in the entire point is to create some hemp so I can build my sail. I've got some already, almost about 2.5 stacks. But how much I need, there's about 9. That's how many hemp fibers it takes to make a cloth. And then there's 6 cloth in a sail. And then, of course, I need 4 sails. That gives me 216 hemp. And we take that, divide it by 64. And it's a little over 3 1/4, almost about 3.5 stacks. And that's how much hemp I'll need. Coming down here, here's where I grind the hemp fibers. And I've got some hemp already. So now I just need to grind it. Actually, looks like now I have enough. So we pull all the hemp out, then go into the crafting table. Cloth is made by putting hemp in every position in the crafting table. And there's 24, which is enough. So now I'm going to need some wood. Enough to put 4 of them, so 4 planks each along the bottom, and then 4 of each in each of the other positions. Quick shift click gives me 4 sails. Place the sails on the crafting grid where they belong, and bingo, I have got a windmill. Alright, I am up in the air. I have my windmill. I have made a boatload of axles and gearboxes, and I've also built this tower which goes down below into the area that, of course, my mob trap dumps things off in, so I can power a mill that dumps things off in the same place. And if I have everything going to the same place, eventually I can sort it and work it out better. But first we need to build up. And yes, I'm stacking up on sand because that would make it easier to get down. Of course, I've also stacked up a bit too far. Alright, there we go. Now I take the axles. Now the farthest you can go is 3 axles, and what this should do is that should give me an area just forward. And oops, I came all the way up here and I forgot the actual windmill. Okay. Wow, that's big. I hope it's high enough because, you know, the things are friggin' huge. Alright. I left the windmill in this chest. There it is. Alright. Now we'll go up. And since I'm not placing the axles, I can go up anywhere.
So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
My rule is generally 10 above whatever it is. And so now I have this large structure of a windmill, which if I had the fences to make it look a little bit more stable, I would. But I don't, so I'm not. Well, it would be easy to build it, but On the other hand, it is directly above this fence line and just barely missing that fence post there. So you can kind of get a decent amount of scale. Now keep in mind that in a precipitation it is going to break that gearbox. So in order to keep that from happening, I have this tower. Oh yeah, the sound of a windmill going off. And until I get the block detector that can tell it when it's raining and shut it off, I'm going to have a manual turn on, turn off switch, which is of course what this tower of vertical redstone torches is for. It really doesn't matter whether I have the odd or the even number, because one position is going to be working and the other position is going to be turning off that gearbox at the top. Alright, so going back inside, I'm now going to set up the usage of this thing. Alright, I'm going to need a few things. First thing I'm going to need is a stick. I'm also going to need another axle, which I am out of. Where am I? Yep, I'm out of them. So if I jump in here, I've still got plenty of this stuff. Axle left. Oh well. Oh, and I didn't need it anyway. I just needed the switch. Okay. Well, let's see. My area down here, that top one is going to be the main gearbox. I'm going to continue on over there so I can provide mechanical power to other things, but this lower one is going to serve as the on-off switch for the mill that I'm going to put there. And with that, I no longer need this. So I'm going to break this up and carry it over and attach it. And I no longer have to sit here and use up all my food grinding hemp. And of course, doesn't matter as long as it doesn't fly too far this way, which I may put a stop in there to fix that if that becomes an issue. But now that it's all set up, all I have to do is go up here, turn on the windmill, and hope it doesn't rain. I guess the wonderful sound of... My son was pointing out that Better Than Wolves has to be one of the noisiest mods he's ever heard, because everything it does makes noise, including cake. Must power the cake. Alright. I have done something wrong. Ah, great. That means I have a gearbox pointed the wrong way. One thing I definitely miss from Better Than Wolves, or Better Than Buildcraft, or Buildcraft in general, is the wrench. But at least gearboxes you can manually do. Okay, I see particles to here. Ooh. Oh, looks like I forgot or did something wrong here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I know my problem. I can't count. Alright, let's see. What have I got here? Looks like I've got 3 here. Okay. Yes, my problem is definitely that I cannot count. Apparently I was supposed to go up 3, and I went up 4, which is going to be a big disconnect. Okay, so that means I either have to shorten my windmill by 1 post. Yeah, right. Or build another gearbox to compensate for it. Well, let me turn it off for right now so I don't break a gearbox if it starts to rain while I'm doing this next thing. Okay, that would be, I have 2 gears. Let's see, I need some more of these things. Oops. Some more of these things. Some of that. Get me 2 more gears. Throw some redstone in the middle. Oh well, here's how you make a gearbox. Alright, oops. Hate it when I do that. Alright, so now I've got a gearbox, and the bad link is in the middle, so I'm going to go down here. Okay. Okay, that one's facing upward. The other thing is the input to the gearboxes has to be facing in the right direction. And in order to turn them, you have to hit them with your bare hand. So, punch, punch, punch. There we go. So now, we have noise. Alright, so now if I go down here, I should see this thing grinding. Unless, of course, the switch is in the on position. Or the gearbox is facing the wrong way. There it goes. And so now I can go take a look. And it's grinding. And the stuff dumps out. And goes into where I will eventually have hoppers. And hooray, I have a mill. And we have our wonderful bang bang sound. And I have now built something incredibly useful from now on. Next step is to go this way, or maybe this way and back up, I don't know, and I'm going to make a saw. Can't get too automated and crazy with it yet without a block dispenser, but I definitely now have making of the axles a lot easier. With that, I shall leave you